Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Sklar Country, the virus edition, the Pandy Pods, the basement takes, although we're not in the basement right now.
No, we are in a new location for just this episode, but we are loving the response that we've gotten from you guys. We are feeling invigorated by doing this. It does, in a weird way, assert a little bit of control. I don't know how you've been feeling, but I have definitely been vacillating between feeling like, I got this, I love this, and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Well, to me, the tiniest thing that happens that throws me off of whatever I'm on top of is the type of thing that could send me into just complete
Tailspin.
So we found moths in our closets. Amy found them in her closet, and I found them in my closet.
Isn't it moths?
I think it's moths.
I think it's moths.
Are you putting a V in there?
Moths.
Moths. So we found moths in our closet, and just do you know what has to happen if you find one moth in your closet?
You have to burn the house down.
You have to burn your entire house down, and then you build it back up from the studs. No, you got to take everything out of your.
First of all, I heard that's what happened to Macaulay Culkin.
That's right. He found moths in his apartment building and then just burned the whole thing down.
And had only someone been there when he found them, but apparently he was home by himself.
So I had to take out all of my clothes, take the sweaters to the dry cleaners, and all the clothes that I have, all my shirts and stuff and pants are sitting on the porch in the back, just sitting out there hanging
I think
up.
I have to do it. My closet does not smell good. And everyone in my family tells me. I'm like, you think that makes me feel good?
Yeah. Stop telling me that. Start doing something about it. Maybe take everything outside. So I had to take everything out. It's got to sit outside in the sun for like 4 days.
What?
5 days. I then had to spray the most toxic stuff ever. We created a bleach compound. So we bleached the entire closet.
You gave your closet a Silkwood shower.
And then we bleached our assholes.
Gee, why would you bleach
I bleached everything. I bleached everything.
In case we have to become strippers because what we're doing is not a viable career.
You always want to at least have a stripper butt just so you're ready to go.
You got a stripper butt.
So I bleached everything and then put this insecticide in all the corners. I had rubber gloves on. I could feel it coming through the gloves. I'm like, I'm creating my own pandemic.
Yeah, terrible.
That thing of all of my clothes, and I don't know if you are this way, but I just
when your clothes aren't where you need them to be, you feel out of sorts.
All of the clothes were on the bed, like just pairs of shoes thrown in the corner. I was like, this is what Matt Paxton walks into every time, like day one.
This is why you know you're not a hoarder.
This is why I know I'm not a hoarder.
Because you can't stand it for one day.
I can't handle it. I was like, how are we going to sleep through this? Are we going to just start collecting Target bags full of poop?
Maybe.
Will there be rabbits living inside my walls? I took it to that place. So that's how much. If I see, and this was from seeing one moth, I was like, we're screwed. Now we got to take everything out. And we did. So that's where I'm at right now.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I need this podcast more than ever right now.
Well, we love it. And you guys feel free to tweet us. Tweet at us about the show, what you want to hear from us. If we're not giving you something that you want, let us know. We are at Sklar Brothers. We are posting clips of this. You can see what we look like as we're doing it on an Instagram. We're starting a YouTube page that's going to gather all of our videos in one
all the Cheap Seats episodes in one little Sklar.
We'll let you know that's in the works right now. So maybe by the end of this week or next week
we'll have it going.
We're going to send you guys somewhere that you can sign up and subscribe. I think if we get over 10,000 subscribers, that's like
fantastic.
A good moment. So we're going to try and do that. But we have to report to you on some stupidity and weird things that are happening.
So I love how new forms of social media just seems to give like assholes the platform that they never had before.
And I love that shocks you.
It just
took
allows
a pandemic for you to realize that.
Well, it allows them to hang themselves with their own dumb rope.
Right.
Okay, TikTok.
To foist themselves on their own petards.
Which I'm sure they are aware of. So
which for the longest time I thought was hoist.
And I thought it was petards.
No, it's petards and it's foist.
So Jay and I...
And it's moths.
It's moths. Jay and I have been contemplating whether or not we should go on TikTok. I think we should. I think it'd be fun. By the way, Pete Lee. I love Pete Lee.
I love me some Pete Lee.
There are people doing Pete Lee's bits, and they just lip sync
his bits. Are very TikTok friendly. I wonder if our bits would be.
I think they'd be fun. And some people said that there's some of our podcast stuff. We could drop some of this stuff on the TikTok. So we're contemplating going on TikTok, but then you encounter people like this, and you're like, wait a minute, what are we doing?
We're diving into a cesspool.
TikTok is kind of like, come here, dumb girl. We'll give you a megaphone to let the whole world know what a dumbass you are.
And we're talking about the lady who licked a toilet
on an airplane. Licked toilet seat on an airplane.
And to call her a lady is a massive overreach from the get-go. I'm just going to say that.
That's the new had sex with a hooker in Haiti without a condom. Licking an airplane toilet seat
these days.
That's it. That's a death wish right there.
She licked the seat so she could pull up and cough.
This is a quote. Pull up and cough on Dr. Phil because he called her spoiled and entitled. Doesn't Dr. Phil call everyone spoiled and entitled?
How is she this close to Dr. Phil? Is she going on Dr. Phil?
Hasn't Dr. Phil? Yeah, she has been on Dr. Phil. We'll get into it.
Just call him fat. He hates that.
Doesn't Dr. Phil, hasn't he like...
Now.
Hasn't he...
Let me get this right.
Hasn't he had like 6 wives? I'm not underestimating it.
Well, there was a time where recently like photos of one of his homes, and I think it was a home that he gave to his son.
Mm-hmm.
Like were launched on the internet, and there were like cartoon characters in the dining room. Like if Amy saw it, she would lose her mind.
So mad.
And there were like there's a gun wall where like everything's in a shadow
it's
box.
It's a Yosemite Sam gun wall
and 49 AK-47. It's like, come on, stop.
By the way, that's going to lick an airplane seat. That's going a long way to get back at Dr. Phil, Dr. Philip. Just call him fat,
Phillip,
like we said.
Just call him Fat Philly.
Just make a subtle comment about how he looks like he hasn't had much time for himself during the coronavirus, and he will lose his brain.
Dummy, you put yourself in danger.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Is Dr. Phil worth that to you?
Can I tell you the most surprising thing of this story? Not that a woman licked a toilet seat. It's the fact that she is a college student. That proves that anyone can get into college.
Anyone.
If you're worried about your kids getting into college, this gal did it.
This is her reasoning. I want to read this because this is her reasoning.
Quote,
I was like really annoyed that just work your sentence out before you make before you say
right.
It. I was like really annoyed that Corona was getting more publicity than me.
Then you,
she said of her decision to lick the toilet seat in the now deleted TikTok.
Hey, if you're going to lick that toilet seat, you better damn well keep it up there. Don't delete it.
Maybe it was her doing a transition into death.
Right.
Because transition videos are huge on TikTok.
She transitioned into death sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
Transitioning into death sweatshirt. That is the name of this episode. Corona just got on TikTok a few months ago.
And it's killing it.
And you've been on it for a year, so I get why you're pissed.
Jeez.
Quote, I just don't think that this is as concerning as possibly it should be. Don't downplay this. Because I don't have coronavirus. Well,
you could be carrying it, and you might have it now.
She said I don't have any symptoms. Could be dormant. No one I know has symptoms.
And then she added, "This is the
See, this is the thing that like now everyone is a corona expert."
She said she went on spring break in Florida, is still healthy, and the disease can't be that serious.
Well, okay, there she has an argument there. Can we really
what
fight
is
her on that?
What is she, a doctor?
She'd better. What is she, Governor DeSantis?
I mean, good people should not die from this disease. This person should.
Yep. She'd better shut up or she'll be in charge of getting the ventilators to New York.
Maybe.
She doesn't keep her mouth shut.
How happy was Dr. Phil, though, to get this
Dr. Phil
on
was
her
like,
show?
Yeah, please keep coming on.
Yep. Keep saying stuff. Keep coming on. It'll buy me another tennis court.
He's like, we're just surviving off this corona bump.
Yep. I can put in a clay court now.
It's brought out all the crazies. We got them now.
If you are in this woman's life, she should never be kissed again. I mean, that
ever.
Aren't we at that point now where like,
I'm not saying she's not allowed to have sex. I'm just saying she will never be kissed again. You can't wash that mouth out with enough fluoride.
I think she'll only have sex from behind. Like no one will want to be that close to her.
Do you know
face.
what has to happen to this woman?
What?
I got to go in there. I got to take out all of her teeth, put them on my front porch. I got to spray it down with bleach.
You got to make some chemical thing with
I got to insecticide the middle of her mouth, and that's the only way she's going to be able to be kissed.
Way to go, dummy. Jeez. I want to talk about New Jersey for a second.
Let's do it.
Because New Jersey tries to be New York.
Yeah.
They're like, we got Hoboken. It's like, no,
you can see the city.
You can see it from there, but
we got a club. You got one club.
Maplewood is the new place forever. All right, fine, I guess.
Jersey City. Yep. You're over the bridge. We get it.
So a party was broken up on Friday night.
Last Friday.
In Ewing, New Jersey. I don't even know where Ewing is. A 47-person Corona party was broken up.
47 people under any other circumstances. Pretty weak party.
That's a weak party, right? That wouldn't even be a dinner party.
That's
like an okay dinner party.
In the time of Corona, 47 people is just plain dumb.
All right, 47 people and a DJ. My guess is a bar mitzvah DJ.
My DJ Durkin.
Could be DJ Jazzy Jeff for all we know. I don't really know where DJ Jazzy
or
Jeff
Derek
is
Jeter.
right now.
Or Derek Jeter. He's in the New York area. Although Derek Jeter would not show up to a Corona party. Here's what Jeter would do. If invited to the Corona party, he would send a gift basket from Crabtree and Evelyn. Send it over there just so you clean up, guys.
How do you even know Crabtree and Evelyn? Is that the new Body Factory?
No, that's been around forever. You joking?
47 people and a DJ. Crammed into a ready. You thought 47 was going to be the saddest number.
I thought that was going to be the craziest
number. We're hearing the story.
Yeah.
47
crammed into a what?
Crammed into a 550 per square foot apartment.
Nope.
550 square feet.
My favorite thing is that in this article, the DJ doesn't qualify as a person.
They said 47 people and a DJ. 47 people and then a subhuman. A DJ. Have these people not heard the phrase, last night a DJ saved my life?
We have a lot of friends that are DJs. They're the exact person you want at the party. They're better than regular people.
Without them, there is no party.
Just when you thought 47 people would be.
There it is. It's that Wade E. Jackson, age 47. So he's our age. This guy.
So he had 47 people at his 47-year-old birthday
Maybe
party.
It was his 47th birthday party. He came out and said I was having a Corona party. He didn't even try to hide it. That
party.
So that's the truest statement. Look, I get it, Rand. I get
you're having a spreading party. You're spreading the disease.
I get wanting to connect with people. When I've been walking in my neighborhood on the street, trying to up through the streets, times where I don't see it. When I see someone I know,
it's the greatest thing ever.
I almost start crying because
it's like
we just talk from 20 feet away.
Everybody has that sort of almost like Tom Hanks in
Castaway.
Castaway. I was.
What are we going to call it? Shipwrecked?
Tom Hanks in Castaway when he sees someone sees the ship come to get him.
Yeah.
He almost can't believe that. Or Tom Hanks today when he sees someone trying to take him back.
Because he is suffering
he does have
from the coronavirus.
But I mean, just that idea that's what's happening. It's just crazy.
You know what though? I'm gonna blame, because there's a lot of blame to go around in this story.
Is there any blame to go around? I don't know if there is. I think he's fine.
I'm going to blame the people who came to this party as well. I blame them in the same way. And if you're
watching Tiger King with us
today, we're going to do another 2 episodes with Daniel Van Kirk. We watch Tiger King. You can watch it live with us on
the Dumb People Town Instagram. We're going to Insta Live it.
We had a lot of people watch with us.
A lot.
So if you like cheap seats and you like the Tiger King, and you like Dumb People Town, it's a merging of all 3 things.
If you like glittery coats that were made at Joann Fabrics, you will love.
If you like a gay man who is luring people in with meth and not necessarily being cruel to animals.
If you hate teeth, you're going to love this show.
If you love death threats to a woman who's just trying to save tigers.
She may be the villain in the end. Jury is out on everybody.
We're only 1 episode in, but I blame the people who came to this person's party.
That's right.
As much as I blame the dad who lets them hold a tiger next to their 2-year-old's face.
No matter what the Tiger King dealt with in his childhood, we cannot float him a pass in getting. You know what I mean?
We say this over and over in the Tiger King. Just because you can do it doesn't make it right.
Just because you love the animals doesn't mean you got to put them in your backyard.
Just because you know how to throw a good party in a 550
just because you know
a
DJ
apartment
doesn't mean you have a 47-person party in a 550 square foot apartment.
Don't do it. Neighbors called him on it. And you know what? I feel good because you know the story.
Jay, I do know the story.
This is the story. I'm now at the age where I'm like, if you're having a party, if you're having a party and I'm not invited to it, I will shut that shit down. I will shut it down. If you're in my neighborhood, you're having a party, and I'm not enjoying myself at your party, get ready for me to shut it down.
Shut it down.
So there was a party going on in my neighborhood. It was, I think it was my old house, but I think it was this house. It was loud. I called the cops. I was like, look, I didn't call the 911 line, but I did call the police station, the Hollywood police. I was like, look, there's
party going on.
Party going on. It's loud. He's like, it's 9:17 p.m. That's what the cop said to me, as if to say,
shut up. Dude.
How dare you call?
Let them have a party.
And I was like, checkmated into a corner.
Right. So what are you going to do at that point?
I was like, I think I heard a rape.
No, you didn't.
I didn't say that. But like, had I was trying to find ways.
I smell weed.
And they're
which
like,
at the
legal.
time.
Maybe it wasn't legal at the time.
Wasn't legal at the time.
I was doing everything I could to try to get the cops out there to ruin this party.
At the time, you wanted to watch Mad Men.
I couldn't hear Mad Men. I was hearing loud music and bumping part. And the truth is, I wanted to be at a party. And I wasn't invited, and I felt left out.
Upset.
So I understand these neighbors wanting to shut it down.
Shut Wade down. Hey, don't send the Evite out right now. And friends of Wade, don't answer it. Can I bring my dumb friend with me?
Nope. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Don't go out. Don't go to a 47-person party. Have better common sense than this.
Don't waste money on a DJ. Although I'm sure Wade stiffed the DJ at the end.
Yeah.
It was like, sorry, man. Corona.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to take a little break right now. When we come back, there's a very special guest who's going to join us.
And then you'll know whose house we're at. It is the Sklar Country Virus Edition. You're listening to it. You're watching it. We love that you're here with us. We'll be right back. We're going to play a little bit of something right now.
Yes. A little message from Jason Smith, who's the CEO of our podcast network, who has a great podcast himself. He's going to tell you all about it right here, and then we'll go to break.
Sklars, it's Cliff Dorfman. How are you doing, man? How are you guys? We are safe. We are well. We're staying strong. We're following the rules. We're staying inside, and we are absorbing a lot of content. And we've been putting together a couple of our shows. I just wanted to tell you about, first of all, we're doing our regularly structured show with our interviews, and we have a new one coming up with Jonathan Silverman from Weekend at Bernie's and Brighton Beach Memoirs and, The Single Guy and I mean, 1,000 things. After that, we have Nick Guerra, we have Sherman Augustus, we have some amazing people. We have new content on our structured show up until June for everybody. Plus, we started, since we're all stuck in the same boat, as you guys, we're following suit. So we're doing the Cliff Dorfman Show live, 3:30 to 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. Every day we have, surprise guests, people popping by. We're talking about good, positive, fun stuff. Jason.
Yeah, that pretty much wraps it all up to me. Like, we're talking about fun things. We're introducing you to our family and how we're going through and working through all this stuff and trying to keep it positive, give you something to talk about, something to think about that's not just watching the news over and over until it makes you nuts.
We have so many guests you can listen to on our catalog. Thanks for having us on your voicemail. I know you got a lot of people calling, so I'm not going to take up any more of your memory.
See you guys, and we look forward to having you on the Cliff Dorfman Show sometime this week.
We can't wait.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So happy again that you're doing this. Subscribe, rate, review it on iTunes if you can. We're going to bring in a friend right now to take us home on the backside of this little daily podcast, and we're here, and we'll talk.
We're in his sterilized apartment. No other humans have come in here before. We are trying to keep our distance as best we can.
We're not touching each other, but Daniel Van Kirk,
from Peopletown, and the Good Night Show, Daniel.
Dan, first of all, I love the Good Night Show.
Thank you. That is Dan's podcast. If you are not subscribed to it,
also if you watched PBS Sprout, which was like a kids network when we had little kids, they had a thing called the Good Night Show, where the girl, I think, on the show also got into porn a little bit.
Hey, not on the show,
but she also
not Topanga, but the girl from Boy Meets World.
She got into porn.
The tall redhead. Yeah.
I guess the boy really
can we
met
hear
the
Dan?
world.
Is Dan? Can you hear him?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
good.
popping.
Okay, popping is good. All right, great. Well, we're so glad to have you on the show, Dan, because we are trying to take people's minds off of.
We're trying to do during the day what you're trying to do at night. So
which is calm you down and give you a 30-minute break, right?
Nice.
20 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yeah, probably usually like never less than 15, never more than 30, probably somewhere right around 20.
You give advice on yours?
So every day has a different theme to it.
Great.
The Monday is, and it drops at Monday at midnight. So technically Sunday night, you can look forward to getting it. If you're in LA, you'll get it at 10 o'clock.
Right.
But so the Monday morning night episode is like a positive push. People just kind of send in great things that they've seen.
You got
100%. You get it. And then on Tuesday, we do like, what are we watching? Just kind of like arts and entertainment.
Cool.
It can be anything that you just discovered or something you love.
Love it.
Then on Wednesday, we do what day is it? Where we cover like what are the notable days and holidays of the week. National Eat a Pie Day or Talk Like a Pirate Day. And then I do Small Town News, which you just have to listen to experience. And then on Thursday, we do This Week in Pop Culture History. Kind of what are the anniversaries of things in pop culture that originated that week. And then we kind of extrapolate one of those and maybe dig in. So if we were going to do something like it's the this week Chris Farley was born, we might do a rundown of like the best
Chris Farley movies,
Farley movies, or the
sketches.
best movies from Saturday Night Live alumni. What are the best?
And is
movies?
it true that Chris Farley was born in a van down by the river?
He was
yeah, as created by Bob Odenkirk. And then on Friday, it rotates all the time. So the first and third Friday of every month are an interview, and the second Friday of the month is a sex and relationship advice theme show, and the fourth Friday of the month is the Goodnight Show Mysteries, where we just take some unsolved mystery. It could be a phenomenon, UFO, kidnapping, murder. It doesn't have to be that dark, but just any unsolved mystery. So it rotates all the time. There's a Patreon. You get a weekend edition, plus you get the entire access to the hindsight.
I love it.
So I love this podcast. And I'm going to tell you another time when is a good time to listen to either our podcast or Dan's. In the morning, when you wake up, you're in bed.
Sure.
You don't want to get out of bed. You don't have to get out of bed.
Take your time if you can.
You're saying to yourself, you're looking ahead at your day and you don't know what the future is going to bring.
Right.
Started with a little laughter.
Started with a little laughter.
And a little
That's what I
nicety.
said. All right.
Well, Dan, you're with us. Can you jump?
You want to jump into a story with us?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I read this and I really started to get into this. All the weird calls that the French police are getting during this time of Corona, because they're getting a lot of calls. Remember, France is the country that had, I think, the restaurant in the dark.
Yeah,
Didn't they have a totally dark restaurant?
Would you go to that?
I would go to an all dark restaurant.
It would be fun, but then it would be weird because I don't like cooked
yes,
onions.
You did Burning Man.
I don't like cooked onions.
I cannot
You got a
believe
slimy onion, I'm not going to eat it. And if it comes my way, and if cilantro gets anywhere near me in a French restaurant,
I think you can put restrictions on your meal.
No, you can't.
Okay.
You're not allowed to talk to.
Would you go to the all darkness restaurant or the?
Are you allowed to talk in an all dark restaurant?
You just can't see.
Or the naked restaurant? They had a naked restaurant.
Naked restaurant to me is wrong.
I think there's an all dark restaurant still in Vegas.
Now, if you are naked, you have to wear a hairnet above and below. Am I right?
Or Manscaped.
They should combine the
naked
dark
restaurant
one,
and
all
the
dark and the
restaurant.
naked restaurant. Then people wouldn't have misconceptions. All right.
I fell into a situation, honey.
So here are some of my favorite calls that have come in.
To
I'll
the
just
French
tell you
police.
the calls French, and then we can try to understand what was going on. A French woman called the cops to ask if her husband could continue to see his mistress on the weekends.
Good question.
Did he make that call?
Wait, say that again?
A French woman called to ask if her husband could continue to go see his mistress
on the weekends.
Man, they got it figured out over
They're
there.
France, man.
So what do the
France.
cops say? Like, I don't know.
It depends on who she's seeing.
As long as we can contact trace her boyfriend. Oh, does she have a monsieur?
That's
What is a mistress for a woman?
A monsieur.
right?
Is it?
A mixture?
A madam
No.
and a
No.
mister.
It's so nice that she's at least checking. And first of all,
So French.
Imagine that conversation. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to do it in a French type, but like, you call him. You're so worried about. I'm going to see her regardless.
You want
Oh, you need to know. We need to know if you can go see it. Then you call him.
You call her.
Then you call him.
you call
Call
him.
him. You call the cop.
I like this one. A person called to narc on their neighbor for talking too closely to too many people.
Okay, go back and watch
That's a
Seinfeld's
Jason Statham.
Close Talker.
Close talker.
And he was on to something before we ever
Let me
even
ask you
knew.
guys a quick side question.
Yes.
There are some people seem to be very happy. Like I've talked to two people, both of which you've met, and no, I don't need to out them. But when they say they hope we never have to handshake again.
Yeah.
I enjoy a good handshake.
I do too.
One of
I
my
love
favorite
the-
scenes. The reason George Bailey knew what he was getting into is because of the way he shook hands with old man Potter.
So
Like,
Dan, I agree with you, and I don't necessarily. We met him; he's a lovely guy, but I don't think we should become a nation of Howie Mandels, especially because he's Canadian. but there is that.
or we
thing.
should all become a nation. of
Or maybe we go to hugs.
I like hugging
I like a
people.
good
I'm
hug.
But
sorry.
if you're hoping to never handshake again, then you don't want to hug either.
Yeah, I don't know. I love hugging people.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
a good
I love
fucking
a good hug.
handshake.
I think we should call the police on close talkers. I think that's okay. I'm all right with him saying, my neighbor's like, so now we're into this, the police state where like neighbors can be like, I don't like how close he is to that guy. Calling the cops.
So here's what I think.
Not even affecting him.
So
He's like, he's too close
There's
to him.
going to be a couple of things that stay like that hold over at like remember like
Yes,
post 9/11
like
we still have to take
yes,
our shoes off.
Right, we're getting rid of hot bars at grocery stores.
That's right. So what I think is going to stay is that you can still call the cops on a close talker. I'm talking after we get a vaccine for this thing, you should still be able to call the.
I will call.
What do you want me to call the cops?
I'll call the cops.
9-1.
9-1.
I got 9-1 dialed.
What do you think? You're my husband's mistress? Get out
Get
of
out of
here.
here.
Get out of here. Get away from that person.
Look, the other one that I loved and this came through and it made me so happy. It was someone called the cops in France because someone else caressed their horse for too long.
Now hang
Being
on a
creep.
second.
That's a creep. That's a creep call.
That's a creep call. That's like,
But what do you know? I mean, are you making
What is too
caressing
long?
noises? What is too long?
I mean, if the horse seems annoyed, then it's too long. And
Caressed
that
the
that isn't a
horse.
measured amount of time. The horse decides that.
Yeah, but like, who is watching? If this is like the Phil Collins thing, we said it, Jay.
Right.
If he wrote "In the Air Tonight,"
Yeah.
and we always said this about "In the Air Tonight," the whole thing is that he watched another person watch someone drown. To which we said, then you watch someone drown
watch him
too.
drown.
Right, because
Then
the
you watch
worst
the
is
person.
not when it's when good men do nothing about the
You
actions
did nothing.
of bad men.
Oh, so okay. Then later, you invited that guy to your concert and said, "I'm going to sing the song
This
in the
one's for
front
you.
row." This is like the myth that went around.
Right.
So Jay and I think is that we always like.
by the way, this is how we got our MTV Apartment 2F show. We did just that. We recorded
Just talking
ourselves
about-
having this
so
discussion.
that
Oh, that's great.
if he
We might have that somewhere.
if
That
he
video.
invited the guy to the concert, then he has to let his band know what's going on, because what if
Or he
he's
has to say, look, we got a loose set list tonight.
I'll tell you when we're going to do, because
Follow me for the key.
what if he's
changes.
about to do In the Air Tonight and this guy who gets like front row tickets to see Phil Collins for no reason
It's like, I'm
I
going to
gotta
go outside
take a
and
leak.
or I'm going to go get a baked potato. Baked potato at a
What
concert.
are you at a Wendy's?
so he gets a
Do
big
you think Wendy's? Yes or no? Do you believe Wendy's still serves baked potatoes?
Do
Never again.
you believe in Wendy's baked potatoes?
Do
No.
you think they sell them?
Never
No
again.
way.
Do you
Never
think they
again. Like the
discontinued the baked
Holocaust.
potato?
Never again.
It will
Okay.
never happen again. So he should have had a loose
Set list, but then he had to be like, all right, he's there. Let's
He's there.
do
Let's
it.
do it quickly. In
So
the Air
let's
Tonight.
end, no reply at all.
So that they can put
or
a-
no reply at all was a Genesis song.
No.
So.
Yeah, it was. So then you could put a spotlight on this
Sure.
guy,
Yes.
and then he could sing the song to him, which I'm sure the guy was just like, all right.
All
But
right.
imagine if you were there and it's your friend or family member that died, and you're like, that guy?
This is the guy that did it.
Right.
But didn't
And
Phil
then there'd be a
also
moment
watch? If you watch someone watch someone die, then you
You've
also
earned-
watch them die.
Yeah, you've earned a punch.
So
All
if
right.
you're watching someone caress their horse too much, then you are complicit.
you let
in
it go that
That's
long.
right.
All right. So this is a story
He
that
likes it. He doesn't like
he
it.
likes
likes
it. He doesn't like what you're doing. He likes that you're caressing him. He doesn't like
Should
that you're
we save
staring
this
into
story
it.
for tomorrow?
This is one of the best stories ever. I feel like we got to do it with Dan.
We got to do it with Dan.
It's your
Yes,
call,
it's
guys.
gonna go
your
long
show.
then.
We'll go long. I don't care. This
Okay.
story is one of the best stories I think I've heard in recent times. I love it so much. It is Dumb People Town making
Meets-
their way.
It probably it
Is
already
a dumb
is in
people.
the
Okay,
upper
good.
for
All right,
dumb
good. All
people
right.
time.
Man in England is an idiot. Do you
Okay.
know what I'm about to say?
That doesn't narrow it down.
That should be the headline of the story.
Man in England.
There's so
dumb.
many moments in the story where this guy made dumb, selfish decisions. Dan, are you
Keep going.
Okay. It's almost miraculous.
I also might not have gotten to it yet.
It's almost miraculous. Like the God that wants to kill us all right now
Okay.
shined down on this person and said, I'm going to give this person so many like miraculous choices. It's like the loaves and the fishes. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know that story as well because that's New
It's
Testament.
biblical, almost what this guy is.
Okay.
So a man purchased windows on eBay.
I already hate him.
You
I
hate him.
already hate the guy. You're going to
Are
purchase.
you guys buying a lot of things online right now?
No,
I've
but,
never
like, you-
bought more. I
stop.
have 2 packages coming today.
Okay, but don't purchase your
windows on
eBay.
eBay unless your windows are broken and you absolutely an emergency have to have it. I would just go down to your local hardware store and just get them.
Right. This is that guy in town who goes by Davey who bought his car on eBay. And
Yeah.
you're like, shut up, Davey.
Like,
Purchases windows on eBay, which is also a crapshoot when you're buying things
you
like
get little mini dollhouse
window-
windows.
right?
Yeah.
By the way,
Windows-
that's like trying to buy a puppy on Grubhub.
Yeah.
Just don't buy a puppy.
You know?
or buying windows on Grubhub. Like, just don't. All right, so
It's like getting your produce at a car wash. You can do it.
You can
or
do it.
buying your
Just
pot
don't.
from like your kid's 5th grade teacher.
Or your
Again,
kids.
you can do it, but it's probably not going to end up that well. It's not a good idea. Nothing good can come of it.
So purchasing windows on eBay, dumb decision number 1
Sure.
for this cat.
Then what happened?
Then he drives 200 miles to get them.
It's a hike.
Second, it's a hike. Second dumb decision in the lockdown to go
for
drive 200 miles. You're in your car, but
What's
it's still
his
dumb.
third dumb decision?
He took his wife with him.
No.
Sure, endanger her life for a couple windows.
A couple of cut rate
Windows.
windows.
Why do you need to
A couple
do
of
this?
eBay
Also,
windows.
during the coronavirus, you want open airflow.
and time away from your wife?
That's right. This
Maybe.
is time.
Why bring her
wouldn't know.
ever in any circumstance?
Also, why do you need to do this now? This is the thing. It was like, honey, you know how I always said I wanted to get new windows? Well, this corona is really allowing me to go.
Clean the garage.
Clean the garage.
Do something that's here. Clean out your drawer where your files are.
Who also is like, never a better time to sell these windows.
Yes.
By the way, the windows can wait, which to me sounds
That's a
like
great
a
movie.
Diane Keaton
Yep,
white
100%.
pantsuit
Nancy
movie called The
Myers.
Windows Can Wait.
Alec Baldwin.
Nancy Meyerton.
Yeah.
Nancy Silverton.
The windows can
Silverton.
wait.
Okay, she wanted to replace his windows. He wanted to replace her with a younger woman. This summer, everyone will be replacing their heartache with joy in a new film starring Diane Keaton in a cream-colored pantsuit, the likes of which you've never seen. The windows can wait. All right.
Feel the pain.
Unless it is a...
It took you a second, but we got there.
Open up your heart and feel the pain. Unless it's a ventilator for this woman that she needs immediately, there's no reason this woman should be with you. Never.
Nope.
No. There's no
Don't
reason
take
this woman
her.
should be on
Don't
the
take her on your dumbass quest.
200-mile quest.
Mm-hmm.
So then he gets there,
Happy wife, happy life.
and the windows are too big for the car. They're too big for the car to allow her to also sit in the car.
So we had to leave her there.
No. He puts her in the trunk. No. To drive back.
No.
So this...
We might do this story on Dumb People Time.
I need this woman out of this relationship. This guy
You
very
got
clearly
replaced
said
by some cut rate windows.
eBay windows replaced you,
Honey?
lady. eBay windows
Honey,
replaced
I'm
you.
gonna need you to sit in
We
the trunk.
can get back.
Hello,
Where am I supposed
we
to
can
sit,
get
David?
back, you know?
Yeah.
Hello. Right?
All right. All right.
All right then.
Not a lot of room there.
Up in
is
the
there?
old caboose.
Not a lot of room in the car left.
Up
Is
in the
there?
old caboose.
So here's what I need you to do, love. We can get back.
We can get back.
we just need you to.
You
hop
need to
in.
ride in the boot.
Not a lot
You
of
need to
room there.
ride in
Not a
the-
lot of room there in the car, though.
And you need to ride in the boot.
You
Yeah.
need to
Is
ride
that
in the
all
tushy
right?
of the
Hear me
car.
out.
You ride in the boot.
Hear
and
me
you
out.
got it.
You got it.
We're gonna make a memory.
Happy wife,
It's
happy
only-
life.
It's only 200 miles.
And then the cops pulled him over and was like,
Wait,
What do you?
Cop
Cop was like, "What are you doing?"
First of all, what are you doing buying windows? I should shoot you on spot for going and buying eBay windows.
British cops don't carry guns.
All you have to do is break the window. You've ruined his whole day.
There you go.
To me,
Break the window.
So British cops
Take
don't
a
have
billy
guns. They
club.
have a billy
Take a
club.
billy club. Break that window.
Bash that window in and be like, "Who's your wife now?"
What's this then? What's this then?
That's this.
What's this?
What's this then?
All right, Craig. Cracking.
Okay. So you made him Australian.
So I made. All
okay.
right, look,
It's okay.
I don't care. Maybe he emigrated from.
There you go.
All right.
All right. That is the craziest story.
That is a dumb guy.
Dumb guy. Don't
And
get your windows on eBay. That's the bottom line right
The
now.
craziest thing is, I bet he thinks he's super smart.
He thought he pulled one over on the
Pulled
world.
one over on
All
the
right,
what
lad, let's get out of the trunk. We're here.
All right. Oh.
Yeah. Do you think he left her in?
Randy, you know,
Yeah.
and we know we're married.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think in marriage capital this guy owes?
I mean,
After
he's
she's
gonna
You don't
have
think
to-
there's
he's
any
gonna
chance
have to
she
live-
forced him, or maybe he has a husband?
No.
Oh no, you said it was a wife.
No, it's a
there's
wife.
any chance that she forced him
No.
to do this?
No.
And she wanted these windows so bad,
Nope.
she was like, "I'll get in the trunk."
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
He is going to have to take her mother in when it's clear that she should be going to a nursing home. I'm
Yeah,
talking
she's gonna live
for
with them for years.
For years.
She's going to live there for years, and he's going to have to bathe her.
Yeah.
You bathe my mother.
Sponge bath her mother.
And then set her in front of those goddamn
Damn
windows.
windows and let her
Just let her
enjoy it.
look out forever. There you go.
All right, you guys. That
Thank
is
you,
a
Daniel
show.
Van Kirk. His show is the Goodnight Show.
Heck yeah.
Please rate, review it, subscribe to that show.
Same with ours.
Same as you. Rate, review this one. Let's keep it up there and tell some friends about it. This is our chance to
make you laugh for 30 minutes in a day. We love it. Thank you guys for following it, and punch a water faucet and then wash your hands. We love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
With itself, I don't know how I'm gonna be a better man. I don't know how.